What's your essence? How do you want to be known?
If you want to be happier and learn all the best strategies for self-worth and increasing your net worth, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell.
Hi beautiful, Becca Starr, life coach and creator of the Bit More Method. I help you clearly define your priorities and take micro actions that create powerful shifts in your life and career. Today I want to teach you 3 words that will completely change your personal life and the way you are with others, the way the world sees you, and also hopefully grow your career or finances because of the clarity of self-worth. If you have 3 words that you can use that best describe who you are, what's your essence? How do you want to be known? So let's say you're in a job, you're in a big company, and you can think of probably any employee, but if you think of the leaders that are in management positions, how would you think of one person. How would you describe that person? Somebody in a leadership role. Think of a few words that best describe that person. Now, sometimes we positively describe people and sometimes we negatively criticize or gossip about somebody, but we usually have a general idea of what that person stands for or represents. Even if it's our own opinion, we could pretty much describe other people based on how they stand out. What makes them unique? What makes them different? And oftentimes, we aren't conscious of this ourselves, so other people do it for us. And that's disempowering. And what I'm suggesting and offering you today is that you actually empower yourself with these 3 words. When you get super clear on what these 3 words are, and you know what you stand for, and you know your essence, and you know what you want to have shine through, you don't have to say anything. Others will know it also. And they might have their own words to describe it, but if you know that your 3 words are sincere, feminine, confident, or bold, assertive, adventurous, sit down with a pen and paper and just brainstorm at first. Write down any word or description that comes up first, and then sit with it a little longer and see what comes up. Now, in your career, what happens is when you define these 3 words for yourself, then you start showing up differently, and people will start to see you more as that representation of those 3 words. So let's say you're okay with where you're at. You're not really that happy, but you're willing to stick it out. Do this very simple exercise and just be open to what happens at this point. So let's say that's where you're at in work. And then you describe your 3 words as being sincere, supportive, and empowering. You empower others. Okay, to me, that sounds like 3 amazing words of a great leader. Now, when you're showing up and that's your vibration, like that's where you're coming from, others may not have those same words, but they will see that and they will feel that and they'll have that experience with you. And maybe up until now, you haven't been so conscious of it, and maybe you've shown up as irrational or reactive or angry or passive aggressive, like all the things, because if you're not taking an intentional stand with it, like if you're not consciously choosing, you're allowing a lot of stuff to just happen. If you think of a high schooler or a college student, I think of people who really own who they are. They know who they are and they want the world to know who they are. Like that's the time in life where we really make a stand. And there's something to do with our personal development and that phase of development. And that's very natural for that. Like we see that and we understand that because that was a temporary phase. As you know, adults, we can look back on and see. But then what happened? Then all your dreams came true and you got the man, you got the job, and you got the things, and everything kind of started. And there's a good chance if you didn't stay so intentional about what you wanted and who you were, that you might find yourself at 30 or 35 or some of those big years, 40, just really looking at your life, wondering, how did I get here? Is it like, I thought I should be so much further? And maybe also feeling bad because you actually achieved so much, but it's not feeling fulfilling. And so you got what you wanted, but are you really happy? And it's things like this, exercises like this, that really help you to dig deep so that you live with more joy. The reason our lives are so filled with things that aren't as meaningful sometimes it's because we say yes to a lot of stuff that doesn't matter, and we say no to things that actually do matter, maybe because we don't have enough courage, or for some reason our heads talk us out of it. When you can really own those 3 words with who you are right now today, you're going to just come from a different place. You're going to show up a little differently, and you're going to have different experiences. People are going to experience you differently. And I really ask that you say yes to those opportunities that come up at that point. Like, coming from where you really feel is authentic to you right now, say yes to the things you might not have said yes to before. Just see what happens. See where it takes you. Just trust the process and just say yes and show up. 90% of life is showing up. So I hope this helps. Have a beautiful day, and I'm sending you so much love.